if every election see I mean check papa Chairman Bernard and Tribo Siako ya memre ne mrepa na ya mebe pagya no mrepa ma enchere
amen
say every elections we know me fact my research kakra nti makasa baby ana menim say bia my ntiminya emma ha dai de bia ma menhwe na menka ho asem kakra bi wa ha mempese NPP fo be kasa yen ho eden sema hyehyehye yen ho we na ye we ntina a worldwide and global because of COVID-19. Every government now what power from 2018 as of other electoral laws or major electoral reduction.
Every government
COVID-19 by now, including the Chinese government. President ready and come so mine a life position no abeka so be for the first time youth in China I demonstration to president about hardship.
Wow.
We no free wa. Yen Ghana elections, elections, MPP enya 88 seats. Eno ntibin see here. Yeah. We are the other day yo. Pa. Mama mau 3 world leading countries. Near Germany. Emra COVID by no. Angela Merkel na chancellor. CDU. No mo call elections. Now ordinary kunye to what send na nado dey to a leader for Fraba. And now Olaf Scholz, the SPD be far home because of COVID the crisis. We are seeing anti say na SPD for be win here. Just under 4 years to send your mama and Nkro for by SPD for to me and manage Germany. Omo call elections no. SPD winning the last election no 2021 with 208 seats. 208 seats na no. Now no election will lose 126. Hey, this is SPD about 86 seats in Germany, and it's not the second party. It's now the third force in Germany. Ruling party no. SPD. I mean the third force. 23rd February no motoaba. No have short lose support or no go jina ho no. All kasa training crofo no say this is unacceptable. That's the only thing I can say. This is unacceptable. So we have to find out. The FD Kura sabi Germany that's so me and sir name ogeni 69 seats from SPD. Iti nay CDU COVID by no power or manager SPD for the day no mama ho chiraba on beje man no must be taking over. I'm SPD na the third force in Germany because of the animguase and echo obaye no or ye de fa man no na manage ni ye na nema na third force. UK Labour Party our opposition the last 14 years election makobia mugugu no omuwia na be leadership crisis every Jerome everywhere yenye na 2021 crash time abedi kan now no elections no the last one Richard Sunak the by UK Conservative enye 202 seats Labour Conservative are no deade no no 365 seats now no about omoto ye omuwie ya na ye to ye di Conservative for Labour for lose 251 seats. Hey, 251, including 12 cabinet ministers. Former Prime Minister Louis Truss. Munina seats munina ko. Today, Conservative every 365 seats. Onya 121. 121 from 365. Labour from 2002 to 411. Germany SPD results are made down. That is the worst since 1887.
1887.
Yes, and SPD party now no ni CD you know na etise Ghana NDC MPP we kona we aba no. SPD results onyane na no 2030 since 1887 omunya sa results born no bi da.
Wow.
Munya bi sa da. Labour for results you mo benyan. 20 billion nya bi mo. 2001. It say before Ghana ever elections, now major countries or democracies 54 na now elections. Emu 44 ruling parties no di nkugu. Onya ruling parties no di nkugu no kra no ade esan wo mbi ni say 10 na ruling parties no win here no mienu ye technicalities ba ko ni Nigeria. So Nigeria to say Ghana, there is no way Tinubu would have been president. Nigeria for a tour abanyina no we 22 million. Tinubu nya 8 million. To the Ghana ha na bi kra nka wo nya 42% kra. But mono elections near technicalities. We lead the popular votes. Now we nya 1/4 of the votes in 24 out of 36 states are winning. The Tinubu win with 8 million. But okay, Atiku and Pitobi votes boma 12 million. Ghana ha nka Tinubu nya president. Oko South Africa, for the first time, ANC is not having majority in parliament. And ANC for the Democratic Party for the biggest opposition party on the Naka Bumaya Alliance Omuru South Africa. Nti Niama esima ye free power no. Eye ne na esisi saa baby oh na way ahochiraba and na way today. Ghana, if for the records of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo upon the problems I will go through her, every indicator you use apart from inflation, which was left at 23.8, everything is better than the Ebetoso. Everything. Say offer debt to GDP ratio. Ebeto 73.8, you just 72. 73.8, no more rebase in Benya 58. And now you be rebase in area for 44. Ghana nya be 50 years ni. That is what Nana Addo Bawumia are living for us. But the head say ya kasa bankrofo no, it's up to us as MPP to stay united. Yan kaye homum. Now yan frasi in charge be. Now no ba kwaye budget. This is the NDC Youth Manifesto. Your mama de buy. Go page 4. Or see obebie 750 million CD microfinance. Edia mamabunu. Budget no to be visa. It is up to us to begin
750 million CD.
Million. I mean read the amount any. This is the NDC manifesto, and we will amount that to youth entrepreneurship and skills development. Called point E. Establish a young entrepreneurs microcredit institution with a seed fund of 750 million cedis to disburse affordable loans to young entrepreneurs. The young entrepreneurs in Ghana, this was not captured in the budget. Maybe it will start from the second year. First year, you from Ghana. So, until you want near me feel is say Ghana as a country, NPP as a political party, now no discuss DDEP.
Yeah.
So over 800,000 people were affected. But to me, I catch so we Ghana retirees 800,000. When you are crowding NPP for 500,000. Yes, retirees Ghana.
So it was like we took a decision,
and that every retiree is 95% having subordinates and dependents.
Yeah.
This will be a bema depend say Missy Kentimin Kotwaba and Eren Twaba.
Nebasum Twaba.
Neba Bimonon Twaba. It automatically, no, a Hong Kong will give us, even if we are to take wife and one child, be a driver, be a worker, security in the Nema, or the Anthony Antonian average 3, and Ukwabe 1.5 million people on per NDC, Twanko Twaba. Me party Nedin in Hammo Baby, one tiasi, and intimate koto ma opposition in the koto abakra. And next any panam koto and party a loose no. Though also far cut haircuts, but feel it say now we know the compared to your uncle here. You will not go and tell that person to vote in 2028. Diniaka, say yang as a party. Yebe kukurayen who we my dear and ye through our reforms. It will naturally bring people back. Obi a one koto aba ne me dey me hwa say yebe wi no me dey reforms whatever they will do they should do it. But once some of us be in charge of the polling station elections, you've been making sure that it's fair and transparent. That is the only way. Even my party baby are naturally. Maybe what on him. Every means far obia or perform SN can be any. 2. From the Kwako baby say no yemfa. 3. The polling station elections, let's publish dates and time. This is a Asoka constituency. Now you have 16 electoral areas. Yen shishe and net this electoral area. Polling station where time we polling yam tunis our time now. Let's nullify it. These are the things I believe. Say, I think say these are my initial comments.
Good. So you zooming into the budget. Na yenimu komo kakra.
Me that's it.
Then
me jidi say Ghana for bebre.
Masaba kwa na subi.
Enya kwan eko budget no ma. One say budget. Capture niema bi a mampanyini bi kama ne Thomasum during elections. Enye new. This is the 2009 budget of Prof. Samos, the first budget. 2009, read by Dr. Kwabnado Ford on the date, 5th March. Until 5th March 2009. Page. Oh, I have all. Page 171.
David Watch.
Paragraph 749. National Health Insurance Scheme. I want to read the whole thing that Dr. Dufo captured on behalf of Professor Mills. Madam Speaker, the National Health Insurance Scheme will be restructured to respond to the needs of the population and improve upon the issue of claims management. The latter will involve networking all DHMIS, that is District Health Mutual Insurance Scheme, to service providers and National Health Insurance Authority. This, among others, will help to resolve the problem of portability to make it a national in coverage. It will also pursue the policy on delinking children from their parents' registration and the provision of free maternal care. Furthermore, government will commence work on the implementation of the one-time payment of insurance premium under the National Health Insurance Scheme. In this regard, the actuarial analysis relating to that will start in earnest. Prof. Mills promised us to start health insurance even after promising to win elections in the budget.
Aside the share budget, so anye.
Nti wo to na catch us say ya tro bibi o budget ma.
To wani agia.
Onu ade ma yem the specifics. The NDC should not think that they can deceive everybody. They cannot. Maybe after there be now more to me or more supporters me GDA bi omumua enche da here. It's not all Ghanaians. Hey, we have done a budget. Niema no bebre wo ho but man pese me yi kakan kakra bi. Compensation for the office of the president. Asem wo ho. Minim se maka bia but we want to still talk about it. Uti anye ye ombe dada. Ni ewom ni edi kan. 1. Under Nanado Danko Kufuado, now you 8 agencies na share mampanyini officers. We mampanyini adwumayefo na ewo ho na. Mampanyini na sign my de adwumayefo different saa 8
watch
na be share na se. Na saa 8 no under President John Dramani Mahama wa gubi. Ene se wa gubi no. Bisu wo kra wa yi free ho kra. No way you be so different ministries. This year I can say, but it is a scholarship secretariat. Nesha mampani ase and Nanado Danko Kufuado. And the scholarship secretariat Ministry of Youth Development.
Okay.
Na it is a NIA. No mampani officer say. And NIA a Ministry of Interior.
Okay.
Bit is Zongo Development Fund Secretariat, Yagun Kra, Inihobio. The IPEPs, 3 development authorities, Northern, Middle Belt, Coastal Development Authority, Inihobio. the enshema mpanyina sibi okra na wo. So they have done all these rationalizations. Now the Danko Akufuado, maybe I know me was studio be na lawyer be tested say na Ghana court on recognize the old currency. Me say na ma meti asenti meka. Me de nti mampanyini na the Danko Akufuado aye say na mambu no aban no so ye hunu bida. Nti yenhwe na nka yenyini mfiri ho te say ne your mama kama ne to Ghana for asum no. Na mampanyini na do ska wode kona so ye ho. 327 million Ghana cedis. It is Kano 3.2 trillion. 100 million Ghana cedis via 1 trillion. It's in another day 3 trillion 270 billion. In another na you see who be da esopa na odituaka. And then as ye ho na no nipa na ho a otu omoka no. Ye yi bebre efri ho. And nay, Mampanyini John Dramani Mahama paid 27 trillion. It's in another day, no, near that 20 no sono crano, which me no another nyabako. We are quiet because Mampanyini no honeymoon. Yet Abaman in Cherie, Tigana for Bebre, Emfrasiam Misase, Adentina Mampanyini. Just a transition of few months, Mampanyini before December, and over January. December no obi anywhere office of the president obeka se manyama ketuada. The expert say ketuada cost for 10%. Compensations be ma be ayen 500 million Ghana cedis from 320. Now pay Jacko 2.7 billion. 27 trillion. They try to lie to us. The Minister of Government Communication. And Obakachira say, they say the Omode Ministry of National Security, a budget aka home. That's what I'm saying. Say, yeah, Mungu say they are answerable to, even if not to the public like this, a parliament. Let me actually be in Samano. When you say National Security Ministry and share president as it, yeah, they have a Ministry of Interior. It's an Interior Ministry budget. 70 trillion for compensation, police for, fire service for, immigration for, prison for, omunina na ye under Nanado Ministry of Interior and na budget near 70 trillion. That is 7 billion Ghana cedis. Now we are a Ministry of National Security question maseno. Now national security for budget here 1.3 billion, which is 13 trillion. Let's say only 2.2 billion, 22 trillion. Aqua Interior Ministry budget to more compensation every 7 billion, 70 trillion to 92 trillion. 9.2 billion. This year, no. So we have the trust president budget na control because of Ministry of National Security there. And the Interior Ministry mentioned the support of 22 trillion.
Cover national security.
This is where we are. So let's imagine say yet tuana nke say Mampanyini na Nadu Danko Akufuado extra 780 billion say yemfa nkasa maban Ghana na Nadu abai musa dey we see ya. But we are here. President Mahama allocated 780 billion, 78 million Ghana cedis. Say abai e de ubo. Abai de ubo. This is a minister no be gina ho na issue statement say Mampanyina power so much say ya kai wo ho no 780 billion aka 220 na 1 trillion when you betumi ayo we say yem fanye communication Mampanyina so ye research e na ya onia mikura banks Ghana nyina banks mra e bo ho ban no ni Banks and Specialized Deposit Taking Act 1930 institutions, that is 2016. A chepe say, to me, me bank wa Ghana had that. Wa bra, ska would they better watch say insurance and your friend capitalization, no? 400 million Ghana cedis, it is kind of 4 trillion. And so now what penny would they be operations? Compensation for staff, accommodation, a juma no be wom. This for a start, kura mo be hanyo, se mo be sisi o, ni nyina ho budget in my. Now Timmy Ghana money show mo boss me be bank amamo. No one locate 51 million Ghana cedis. Scam and paying asu ye da wuro boko ye de bono. Eso say scam ye say dey seed money am mass ye be bank. Now she that promise in Mabunu say memamo 750 million e dey bring microfinance amamo. Na budget num kura wa moso. Emma 400 no mu here I dey beto why aka say we say dey yenya the capital adequacy ratio na to. Me aka say ye penny say adwumayefo no he ne ye be form ne ye be pure omoka then ye be operations. Sa na ma na ye be hwe no kura mayo. I am telling you these days you can't start a commercial bank. I be call across all the 60 regions at a time. We here less than 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. 15 trillion. Abansu work 510 billion. Say seed money ti who be an ade akoka ho. So be pe bi abeka ho nti. Wa wo do Ghana man who sky crap bi koka ne ho a. Ko ti so obenya. Na he this government major research department at the presidency. Mampani na nado ne bema na be pronounced. Na ho kra na obi anim. Na nado be no appoint Ewura Victor Newman. Ablikmanov MP papa. Yeah. And former MP papa. No be director of research. Hopefully on a Dr. Isaac Ousumi Nsama. Yeah. And they research department in a budget of 700 billion. 70 million Ghana cedis for research. There's a pen papers in the near about to 200 billion. Research now be 500 billion. Now Jubilee House hono ya tremu na ye wunu ana. Ana ban nyuma na research fa hono president Mahama de bebre be ka ho ayenim. Maybe say we estimate bi ana wono so won ye target. But yes sir, how can you locate 700 billion Ghana Polska? Say yam fan kwa research. Hey, abaya oba nyina ne ono say na ni siso say infrastructure or the bayem puntujuma and you offend the big push. Yeah, the big push, you know, in their own manifesto almost 30 say ombe yusu $10 billion $10 billion no more they the big push. And we okay community day senior highs or promise 200 first year around August oko katisod also wa teach him pepe mitro promising 200 no afibia 50 no katisod ewo Professor Mosi Krum ekunfi say wajina ho ma 50 no nyina oko no wasi 29 na ni ono ade a hye no sum say wo free ase wo nya ho asase bi a wo obi bi ma contractor 123 77 Ghana for ante ho asem. Today, the big push of $10 billion. If you are allocating our $2.5 billion for a start, you will say you are committed to it. Now, could liquidity $800 million for that. The first year, $800 million, and then the next year, $2 billion there. This is what we are in for as a country. Now, to me, you bold so just budget. Ya na bia ya kan nipa nyinni. So what freeze the employment? Because President Mahama there any Trump card. 2016 of freeze employment. And no crowd of freezing before. And you better also 2016. And you free ho in 2018. Fairness Ghana bako se mu mampanyini bia anye bida. Ye ni anso. And nay abanya ye bold. Aka kire say obey implement net freeze on employment because enam agencies bi anan na do ho na ewo ho no magu no but the reason to so the person obi abefa ne say o kan say bi a wa kire ne ntira Ghana ban edita bona fa adwuma so a won fa adwuma bia because na do aban no mu no ne wo agencies bi a na ban no buy no o magu no any say they say IPEPS no ni hobby okay the three development authorities may free SHS secretariat ni hobby and nay Zongo Development Fund secretariat any hobby nti wo se sa anema na wagugu no bebre nu nti no ama ne Ghana adwumayefo no abroso to onu ntumi mfa adwuma biu ti ne obe ne se adwuma bia se obi ko retirement amanfo obi foforo train obi from within na on question na naimu ena obi so anka won kọ na ho meje ma wo so we expect tie ma ne contract aban atwam is the only place you can give a contract at university lecturers and no kra no within a year your limiter ubetumi afa enu achi promotion ese mrada ho untimi nsore ya na ese ama promotion okay onia paragraph 479 but 478 in 2025 Mr. Speaker, government will implement the following measures to keep the wage bill within sustainable levels. I fully implement the net freeze on employment by immediately putting on hold all recruitments, replacement into the public service, given that the recent realignment and collapse of some MDAs has brought about surplus labor. In this regard, there will be no extension of contracts for all public officers except in education, that is universities, which will be capped and done within budgetary constraints. Heads of services and public institutions are to undertake internal restructuring to place staff in understaffed areas and training to reskill or upskill others. All MDAs are to collaborate with the Public Service Commission to 1. Review their promotion policies to make it more competitive and allow it to be done within budgetary constraints. They say no team international has a promotion. Favoritism, bebem. 2. Review their steady leave policies. They say I buy you my now to me koji scholarship. Say me kosu ya there. I buy we say yenye home be before from. 3. Establish succession planning schemes. Ti adwuma na mu obi ko retirement. That is to reduce the prevalence of extension of contracts and post-retirement contracts in the public service. They say the way adwuma ni no any da so say nka me be kwa menya bibia and ni ho. Establish continuous professional development programs. Say the be ya say no. Wa woti abontene wo ba wie school awadwene say wo be ko no president mama so mo e wadwuma na mu no. Yen train yo mo hyehyehyehyem kozize be hu say nipa afrimu no doso. And when you for I'm not surprised. But I to yen President Mahama Efra by mu 2017. No I sign in 2016 say yet to abawi a obey Ghana adwuma for 97,000 edi because adwuma for abroso ama akatua kosoro dodo obedu ye sa adwuma for ye wo ho ye yo na na do omuka December and say no hand over January. President Mahama say the bad so abroso enunti yam fa foforo bio enunti no say obi e ko retirement na ni nimdie soro nkunti kayema ne contract o say yentwam enunti no say obi free one no expert a yentre ne obi wa adwuma na mu no won hye na nan man nkofo obi foforo ma and when the yabetna ho and this is the budget. The budget no it seems to say aban we any compensation I say scale be koni pobotom kakra bi bottom sa na hia do ye ne obetwa said the big push developmental be na this year nyina ye 13.8 billion Ghana cedis by Ministry of Interior nkonko atuaka 9.2 billion Ghana cedis nti me hunu hope bia ewo ne ye frase yi mo a kire say ye koyanim no bi papa bi beba because normally it's the first budget and na ss enu mom and na ebe manipa nya nkuranhye soronku bi se ade aye yue be koyi na sabe u frase niema waka no bebre u check ya emfa hwe na no mi NDC MPB ti na mera ho se bia na ye mfa no mfa budget workshop num nti is new onia Finance Minister deceived the NDC people or say your tax refund account 6% now e-levy betting tax emission levy na what the sasika 6% no or the above 4% 2% no be nyana be we onia is not true there is no money different from your minor one no tax refund account ɛyɛ sika yɛnya free petroleum receipts ɛne yɛyi bi to hɔ sɛ tax refund bi ba yɛde atua ɛna ɔno no minister no pa kyerɛ sɛ firi sɛ yɛ started to hɔ no time biara bi ka ɔmo abɛgye bɛyɛ 57% bɛyɛ 43% deɛ nipa mmɛgye nti ɛno yɛ sika ɛda hɔ it's not true Ghana ni sika bi ada hɔ ɛbɛka sɛ afi wei akɔ awie yɛ sika nyinaa sa by tax refund account no na ɛwɔ sika wɔ mu so ɛno deɛ yɛntumi use dabi o every money bi a yɛ aban deɛ no ɛyɛ partly part of the consolidated fund nti sɛ wɔn amɛgye tax refund na aban san hwie gu ankorɛ na yɛ di sika firi mu no mu
okay
nti nyɛ sɛ sika ɛda hɔ nti sɛ ɔno de n'ani to so a ɛna nano pɛ minim sɛ na wotie no abo kodwo ɔpɔn
kuma
ɛna wɔka sɛ they have used their surplus bi na ɛyɛ nyusu because ɛni hɔ na wɔaka sɛ ube yusu nti ɛno no yɛ another thing wɔn deɛ de ahyehyɛ animu na onua wotumi maame nka asɛm nfa wɔn deɛ mean how can you locate 2.9 trillion sɛ wɔde kɔtɔ pad and what doing also 290 million Ghana cedis and a buy so the better part ama JHS in Maya and SHS in Maya said the asobrayo
2.9 trillion
2.9 trillion 290 million Ghana cedis and a buy we allocate is what the better part more than almost 6 times seed money for Women Development Bank.
ɛno a ɛyɛ ma o mu di dwa nyinaa
sky yɛ di
awɔ for maya o duru mpɛmpɛ mu bu o mu nsa
ɛyɛ tertiary nka ho secondary school and JHS nkwara adu sɛ o mu bu o mu nsa no President Mahama ban say afiwe nko abeto part 2.9 trillion
sika no yɛ about 6 times yɛ also di bie bank ama ɛma edi dwa wɔ Ghana nyinaa
ma no de ne 51 million wey 290 million 2.9 trillion ya de beto part ache afiwe January nka ho February nka ho March nka ho because Mama nka say wa wunya wo menses January no bagibi nti from April to December 2.9 trillion ya de beto part ache no Ghana ha ama nye nkwada no nyina wo omo aduru brayo breso nti wo betimi awura ne JHS bi unya bi because JHS nkwara na be nkura
yeah
that's true the ladies are there but no be an be qualify for this na we yem fa ma so ye ba ntiji koto yeah yam fa say ye de awura school mo ti oba bi agi bi koto na da bi wa yusu da bi wa waduru saa no straightly yi teachers no na be hwa ama akọ eno ye obi ntwobo 2.9 trillion na sabi aban a we 2.9 trillion say me de koto pad a chiche wa bra sika opese odibie bank uchema disensia ye nyina ye hwe tim aban no bie o onua na etore bia me metimi hwa say wo hwe
ya semu so budget statement no one nya botrant na se and kind then you analyze it yourself now for who say also be say ya
say uti
nchire na Ghana no yaton
na ko USA
ne mani bi the Trump kan no ya say sika na ya akokro say sika bi ama o bi na be no
o say me na no na me say sa akro no de nipa ye so obebo no bit America now 360 years 100 years older than America what also the pension
or America or 360 years
or the pension but you won't be as any panel but pension in the
mutua
America for a year between 200 years to 360 years.
Well, who could na cancer on the Jessica na say it is purported say or that
me say tini America for in fact we me fan free the list of boy you know every 100 years to 360 years 11 million. What was you need say the American is that healthy. Did America don't him say Ghana has our menses you know buso me wo gigi boa no I betimi ayepo na say yes sir the better no way to me a pager 2 2.9 trillion. And Kwame will say, be building and because be that so. Be building on motion that woman and 3 trillion. A agenda. Now, top part the 2.9 trillion. Adding, sub you. So, America, you will be company. At to force in the company in America. Now, on where to acquire Bano, but it's any budget office allocated 2.9 trillion. Say, Pankoto Pada.
Farmer GSS for.
Farmer GSS for the SHS for. Now, said your mama, on your two force, I must say, Ghana for being bet me to your SHS school fees. Into my and mass. Your mom made it to make you an untria. No, be bet to make your SHS school fees. What do you mean to pad? Pad. You know, Zako, 30 Ghana. 30 Ghana, no. If I want to bet me to 1,000 Ghana for neighbor school a term, no. Bet me a top part 30 Ghana, 120 for the 4 months. I pay 110. And a 1 semester. This obi be jina no ka kire wo say aban na ye wholesale o so obi a go free SHS no bi pe no won pe wasem ntura ti na da bia me ka say mobro wani hie ni a won wutie yen no fa toto ho say aban say obetua first year tertiary for academic facility use fee why your budget atos over 4 trillion eno de ye na one year SS a ko tertiary what is say Ghana ye see obi free JHS Wawura University of Ghana, Anaka UST, Anaka UCC, Anaka Technical University B, Anaka College of Education and Nursing Training B. There be just OVSS answer. I buy be so one foundation or Krano SS. Now more to me a call. Also on yet or Seska. Be no bet to me to ya. Have you told us that the first year for no way for the bit to an iPhone into ya? Until we Ghana for any instead of making sanity because Omo will say from now to somewhere June. Near Bonnie Ecosu Bebre Nagana for Betray Yechi after June. Never say the reality is dawning on us. None near Bibra say because Yama Kwama near Bebre Omoyen at a time, eh? Omobe ye education conference will be Obono Emma 4 regions. Western North, Ahafo, Bono East, no Mokoye no Sunyani. Unia mo ekoye nyina regional education office for municipal education, district education office for nko an ekoye. Ye region, omo invite traditional leader bia, omo invite any trader, any stakeholder, education for now. Discussion on nothing came in about boarding fees. It was not mentioned there. I'm not apokra no be abodi. But we free on a report on the two you say bono stakeholder consultation no say abaima awofo ntu boarding fee. Yes, I'm telling you. But my topics we discuss here no kura mu say boarding fee and now say they were talking about stakeholder engagement. They were in and I say CA aban betumi aye bibia fa ho ti it came up as school uniform e buy books be buy but some boarding fee day or boarding there be ama but mu wie ye nyina no ye be gina ho say consultation o mo ye that 4 regions no ni awofo ni stakeholders no dey see ni say aban ema awofo ntu a boarding fee but I've told people say the person leading the consultation more or less my father, I know him very well at UCC. He has never been for borders. Say aban betua.
Oh really?
Yeah, opa. Kohe met me amadino bia ko Google Professor Kwekutuku Udru and Professor Keti Udru on free SHS.
Has been consistent.
Only a duchum clashes in Ra has been say and say aban for boarding fee.
And wako fan say
chairman of the consultative committee. Obi bisa me say na say aden na budget no my budget for free SHS huge money na consultation no so custom say they want to tell you say they are committed but Ghana foresee
yedi nkebe you nimum
budget no ska buy car for free SHS
say
wa share that they shame say the Ghana for be so buy budget fully for free SHS including boarding day everything uniform and BBR. But last minute, consultation report no out fully. Then they will come. Minister no my preemption be say and says I buy course to feed the colleges of education for.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't understand the concept. We are the first batch of diploma in colleges of education, 204 batch. I'm a fire. Me, West Korea. And we are the first batch of leaders of the diploma. We are the first SRC president of diploma college. West Korea. And they are Ashanti and bring out for president. Negotiations are came from the point of tertiary. Say, university for and uniform. University for need time. I say also on a morning assembly. But college, they said they are training you to go and train people. Do say uniform. West Korea, me my top white, down blue black. A man they want 3 different colors. Mauve, blue black, and blue. Yeah, you know, yes, uniform. You could dining, could to eat with the cutlery sets. Where you're going to train somebody. You go university and you will be the lecturer. But at the college, you come to sit. What Tanasi said dining secondary school now. Did the orderly made that so. Yeah, we don't time way about only the sorry echo. That is the training. It won't to me in fact. What you know, assembly ya won't class yes about feed the college for. Until I say you no free ho. Where the kayaka. Now they are budgeted for the allowance. The education committee for Banon Becatcher's allowance no here. A buying any loan. Because that is what they have promised in their manifesto. Say an enhanced loan. Ebekoso kakra. Ubia upebia ubenyabi. But there is no way I'll be to me actually me say Bosia ni achede yepe. Obi di ade che na wo ye wo de woni no nia kontabu aye wo de a. Ba me de ama meba beje kontabu de the management is different. Nti me ma Bosia wo wie na wo start adwuma metete. Ene ne ye de ama say ye training nti ne ye de ma no difference wom o college ye out program o third year o ko trade o free one wa back campus the whole niema aba for marking ne niema nyina when they pia hoka. That is why all previous governments who say beboa no money wo ho this I want to ask here. Now what seeking for clarification say adentina we no mo yempanyimfo no mo de ko school aye mo allowance na we mo de aye mo understand it first. One sorry anka bi to obi to adwe say adentina university for they are buying to abeka no to college for ka enya ka to bia onua 400 a month na sabe Korea colleges of education omo budget are buying more money now is not up to 300 million Ghana cedis. Sky dey better pad no do so sene college for ska budget ayaya for colleges no I dey better allowance for this year no pad is can no do so sene sa na say colleges for agent ti abekire ye made ye nua no made ye nua man kuma Ghana for nyina dia ma o minor konanim no yes be allowance here.
I see.
That's
interesting.
It's interesting.
Very worrying.
There's a budget in the be no NCS na in fact yeah mo grandpa it me can here ikran senior David church no in fact even though ni any blue post ni ma be no nya daje a o church ni bi o kan to say eh microphone no o mas come here we na friend proper scamming momu debris ani so sabe one way the way buy any say ye you tax ye you baba hwe amount of money ban ye twitwa say or the ko baby no in fact worrying because how can you say sika ye dey ko part more than sika ye dey come mama ewudwum ye mama no ewudwum ene ye mama no banga ye bi ama the amount is even more than that and even your target audience na a honor issue ni wona nkasa ye say ye kwakọ solve no JHS na JHS from kola ni mu ahe na main street emu ahe saving o target audience ni invest in SHS camp dia nka ebia
Laura so le be ya mebo na wate ase yi no paragraph 375 Mr. Speaker, we have allocated 292.4 million to commence the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. We are 292 for pad. Teacher training. Allocation for teacher training. Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated 203 million for the payment of teacher training allowance. 203 for teacher training allowance. That is 2 trillion 30 billion. But you allocated 2 trillion 920 billion for PAD.
Kara? Ekuma ho.
See
ya fabrem rubber 22.
Kakra. In fact, almost the 6 bed than 9, and you see, people are even feeling the rippling effect of this government because I think I mind the obas of honeymoon period no more now over there. But some of these decisions are taking, is affecting them, and it's good for us because we says canum we na Sina David Kani Hinano, and Jessica ebe Donald Trump near Manabio. Our mount cover our America, I see a Jessica Eddie Accord crew, so USA for the Accord, so the development. We be around say as Kabia Sama or Jessica, and this is not the first time. This is not the first time, Sanyama will never coso. You see, on said the MPP government by no not too transparent, and na obia no bibi koso at say the na etimi gina etigina kasa okay kumase ehia kwan we was say we mo no because of where they get their support base free no munim say sankrofo no omu ewu hia om so kwakofa kwaka na father yeah krampo asebe yeah cause good cry say parking kan krampo no will you even have time say kwako read 79 pages but
no cry
a bridge 249 pages and ada ni reading here who on so move freeze employment 2 promotion where adwuma mu no e hon na me who say no there is danger because father only here the reason why move freeze promotion where adwuma mu ni say the moment o promotion be ba na e beto akatuam and is usika be cost road ya any crate promotion no crampo na ma so here me na mo Ghana Health Service na me resign free mu hwe father na NDC was no ye can amount for my enka those times before and son umba be free so no then time steadily was someone can umba be can be there where experience certain here Ashanti region me colleague yeboa na yeboa ozia o ada no greater Accra na o 7 number of years your number of years abe 7 and son work school enti o 7 number of years ni dranka naturally wo be kwa ko pe usuku wa person ko nya admission na dia ba na o maje sana no me no other regions to say greater Accra because yeboa no eno an ko pe na admission obenya admission o kentampo ena odeko ye ena omo ye man but that time me David National region no omo ye they no omo ye ne say you have to say oba odebaba region na region na ahwemu ahwe say number ye dia to no
eno na ewo
to say be man say all the certificate na be man so akwa ye north deck ne ne na betu akwa degree course I say we can now akwa diploma and akwa degree ebi wo krampo even diploma course no akwa no region e betu so kwa course we and as even what choose say course no krampo see de be ma no cry is a different thing not unsakranka but not those in other regions na me now for na wa Accra no mo ye no mo na unya dru ye pe no akopa admission no de ko na ye tua ya man steady live with pay na oko but in Ashanti it wasn't like that until say MPP buyer you making sure say o ma formalizing across the country and again adia ba ko in Siasare eye and then time then minister I believe say champion here was that and at the NDC now bet me afa won say man steady live no afa chira kwa course aba na ban na catch us was absorb into Ghana yourself they will never do it but MPP buy no omo na ma koye course so mo fe no na proof course say amount steady live na de ko any na aba absorb here omo ma France amnesty ama sankrofo no manya steady live ni na they were absorbed into the systems okay wakonya nsuahunu enti additional work akosua no if you a benefit to baby near work akoshe ho eno no na ema who said this is a government that thinks about the people you see obi a wo ye teacher ni wo ye nurse ni wo ye adwuma o GR wo ye adwuma o hwan aba adwuma ye ni bia huni say budget na ya kwa reading no ya say a promotion no they said they do 5 years 3 years when so be promotion and they so ya
na promotion so ba wakatu
akosoro because those days we say edit 3 years bia na to bia ya obeko promotion don't can end this grana promotion na 5 years and MPP na ba here omote so ba 2 years or 3 years or so enya so pe unya ko promotion na wakoyo promotion na ebu interview formalities ke ka mo for me no yes promotion ni kura ni yemfa botremra ho because promotion ni ba we a teacher ni we fire service ni abadwuma efo a ene na mo bo sekre is a hope no is a hope say your mama is a hope or say ene promotion we adwuma mkura yemfa ensantofo yemfrizi no yenya botre ho because you can say promote amount for basa so now promotion the akwa sinisi headquarter beba edebia we nurse now original nurse ni original we make us okay diploma nurses and a promotion e many part tempe it is a 10 one fall in favor on kan bi on kan ho fara and somewhere who award enu mu a
discretion
yes and even with an okrampo no on say this for no ya de be fa de nyina yeni nko enu ti na wo hwe adwuma enka yesi su nyina sinade bru ye teacher ni de onim say yesi su nyina ba adwuma ye nyadi saban ne ba no ohwe na ni favor ye be transfer do akọ ba awompe ene wa akọ na awompa no wajai but for the first time ye nya ban awaba among for senior officers hwami for ebu aka ne 6 years 7 years mun kwotena fie ne ma junior officers for me take over uko agencies here
so what it means is that
yes
monthly salaries any other allowances bin ye be kan nyina bomu dia mo akofiana
ebe security and you return your salary
your salary
but other agencies need they betu aka to yama one
month owo 6 years or 5 years afa yeso onkofie
no okotena fie yes entuni Gesina David kan na make kabesi so say nti sesi an say wo ko promotion sesi anipa na John de na ba be head wo nti onu na be decide say
whether you deserve
or now you don't deserve but the MPP you know
of course where government nebedin
exactly nti onu e ba be tro so okra MPP ni okra ye we ni we mkra mu deserve it. That is oh na me di kwabno for frimpon steady leave me nya just MPP ban dem benya steady leave go school me be that kwabno for frimpon now we ma steady leave so time yeah na me bi no ko so affidavit so omudi unim for that is the danger what is in the budget amount for be brain for money nko until now the way na automatic say wudi 3 years obeko promotional interview na ya ye say say year group no mo ye nipa 10,000 kura every aban no the bulk ya mamu nyina steady leave mo koroma ko formalities keke no bia o salary ne bia ba be kan no ene ye de tabo to so ama it will be to the discretion of Penina Mahama na betre nti aman ka trend se maza ade no ye ni sika de betu awo nti enipa 5 fe ne betumi etu na no aba behwem akọhwe enipa 5 be ye ne bid na ye this vo no dey tell leave na ma omo whereas it's supposed to be automatic. So now it's going to become manual. And the manual no nya de se crutch na se first year obo na nkwa ona be say to ababone ona be say Mahama is a whole secret no afo beda na 2 3. That is where we are going to. Do you about juma eni anya daje budget no online abu confirm bi na kan wo mnya Sinadav na ebo ni trimu account ewo promotion at work
and so you not be see by the spinner
no
the NDC and the pro academia no e dey atoso
omo dey so omo no sebe omo they are doing their bidding kagra ibedi ehu adwuma no omo ye and because of say omo ya ama dey na ba no and then now they are going no dey sika ya twitwa ya kwese nye omo na be sisa dey ama omo sika ya kwese pad sika kese wan sika kese ya kika ya yes government raise ofosuko ache
paragraph 49
my enkama omo o say paragraph 479 or say 1 review promotion policies to make it more competitive and allow it to be done within budgetary constraints.
Sisika
who promotion esa mo ye
I see.
Qualify.
Let's catch you up.
Yeah, more promotion. Oh, you man, we know. Obi a 479 or say review their promotion policies or say okay MMDS to collaborate with Public Service Commission to review their promotion policy to make it more competitive and allow it to be done within budgetary constraint. It is where the income will change because we are not broken. I
don't know say. What you Jumana Emraso said Oko when you were Jumanum. Na nka was ketua no bi beka ho ba ne aban we ye ne se sisi ya no sika ni ho nti se first nka ye promotion no yenja ne sa na
automatic
na automatic is mpanyimfo no hwe na sika ebe wo ho no mo hwe ho ma binu mo nko promotion
na binu mo ntena
chire the why na better na chire
na why na be ko na nim na number say na e ko na nim
then this for na be ko na nim
bia wotu a wadwen say me neutral me dey o nanka me bia ne besi bia mankoto aba ba wo hu say party bi ba ne hyehyeye no boa wa abra wonye party bi ba all things MPP dey ba no Ghana ni benya so mfa so a wonhia say ye be hwe so ye MPP ni ana ye NDC ba mo de no e restrictive nti say ne wo mu ne say panyini na ma approval unko promotion na panyini be na betena ne office no be NDC ni ho ama wo MPP ni ana neutral no approval. Did the discrimination aban yi dey ba enye papa nsoso ensese ye soso na tell them make say those days aka civil society be soro we ho but the next 6 months aban no wo animal obi a nkasabo area no ye ameka say that Ghana for any so beda ho no e be so de niam bi aba wa hwe na yiwu ba ya hwe anka na mrepam nti na nei we promise 10 cocoa processing factories in 10 regions. Na budget iba akokora mpimu onua
10 cocoa processing factories in 10 regions.
NDC manifesto page 29. Rapid industrialization for jobs. Over the third paragraph. The next NDC government will implement an accelerated plan to promote value addition for domestic consumption and exports. We will do this by establishing strategic industries and reviving defunct ones. We will set up an agro-industrial zones in all regions based on their comparative advantage. 2. Establish mini processing plants for cassava, tomatoes, fruits and other commodities. Establish cocoa processing factories in cocoa growing regions such as Western 1, Western North 2, Eastern 3, Central 4, Ashanti 5, Bono 6, Bono East 7, Ahafo 8, Volta 9, and Oti regions 10. Cashew processing. Establish cashew processing factories in the Bono East and Ahafo regions. The Bono East Ahafo they will 2 cashew baku cocoa baku. And we will make sure say be kai o modabia so say cashew factory na cocoa processing factory no ye hia ndi oni aniama no de ho say ye de ani so say ku na ye jaya ye ho awo we will
so let's do the last 10 or 15 minutes. How then do we get our party prepared for 2028? The mayor reforms.
Yes.
I have said, say, can we be honest and just in our preparation?
We have to.
You have no choice.
We have to. We have no choice than to be honest.
Party for the diabetes, yes, sir.
Because because of your
see the pepper you in the credit
reconciliation.
It's see your day bano. You the pepper you no credit and I'm on 2 year to pepper you no credit. You be this no credit my party no.
And now say leadership. Ewo asudi. Say be hwa ma pepper you send ye kan yaba. This me fan say managers of the party here the secretaries. Na be a yen boss. I'm an instruction based on directive from National Council.
Yeah.
Say, National Council get to say this time round in polling station election say na you know. The General Secretary will have to and must insist to say a beko senior National Council canon. Then the lieutenants at the regions should also make sure say senior general instruction man or National Council I say you know be that make us say me if I look back near man be bro me say there are some areas I had to call them to the office. We sat trying to resolve, but not acquire any resolve on that day. Any problems or the better and on party. But so we say you have 2 polling station elections where you catch electoral area coordinator, catch a say boom to me studio. You have 2 on the no. Ochina enumerate 8. Nipa no train catch every so you better 8. Krono party from penny for all the executives all in here. A popular person be a woman call na yi. Omuko ya no be.
What you
election no election. Omochi. I'm telling you. I intervened, but yeah.
Wait, now what 1 a.m.
Yeah, you be no marry. Be o ha. Until I make us say. We need to take strict measures say. Every constituency in the country must publish their program outline to the regional secretariat.
Exactly.
Regional furnish national.
Exactly.
So that we will use it to track. It is asokwa constituency.
Yes, so God ye wa hai. Party money ye. What the bad ya? Ya babo hu de rosa be na what you mean no mo bia ru say abano e da we ni ato time we ni ato ye to no wa ha.
Onu say
no obi antima ankwasesa no ani angoto no 4 a.m.
1 a.m.
9 p.m. na na ato aba ama yeso
amafo nkwa yi ni abesi o mati
obi ba wo hu
obi to constituency a watu aba 4 a.m. no obi so free region akwa kwaso e omi the bad deeds.
The checks, you know, must start from the top. Now you insist to say, this is the direction we are going.
Exactly.
Anything, any direction, no boy, Briano, you find 9 system. Now you free. This the whole electoral area. Be even 10 polling stations. No, but to not follow the right procedure. Let's get the courage to nullify the whole thing.
Exactly.
Me and quite for say. Moko to abano more many planning in anya way to publish this date be about the supervisor say be at this electoral area this date time wait 10 a.m. you beba onu awon kono be am ye accurate okwa hu the strength of the
exactly
exactly the correct polling station baby so mri bi ohu one guy bi e mobilize ni pasa fe onu ade ni group ba. They want the chairman, the secretary organizer. I'm catching say you for who organizer and microphobia in you. But they would have taken off and the same number of votes.
Consistent.
Consistent. I echo. Oma de omo yes and normal. Ya prefer ni panabo so obi enya 50. But omo no de no gina 147. The polling station election. One group win only the 147. You lose only the 50-50. So over 200 people showed up to vote. Says 200 people winning in every who say leaders. They work with them.
Yeah.
But the 200 catch say no, I'm be leaders. Hey, for the be now quite Kasana statue. Oh, baby, the Abab and we had several issues. Now the catch say one. The big can say that it okay na show there one town be police station chairman negative woman organizer 2020 primaries effective rather 2024 primaries no candidates no ba ko check flat screen 2000 and phone no ba ko check tablet and 2000 papa no kura flat screen 2 phones 1 tablet. I mean, flat screen, 2 phones, 1 tablet, 4,000. No, mo dia ko fi compound house. O ma display no mo kwan no sa. Ni agye hu. Na de. Fi o nyina so MPP fo. Ni election day 2020 no de kura anya hwi o. 2024 me ko round sa na me draw. Let's say if you MPP for power, na bo mo person mo to aba. Me ko e. Ba me ba ko kasa ya do. You don't have the moral courage to be out of the what's it? Mete hey, me anyone in here. Be a 4,000. Be a flash screen back. Me a ye kase. ba ko bi nyante ya no eda so si ho biaji phone ni biaji tablet ba be be ba ko de ehwe no
but onim say interesting say police station let's say no
yeah
say ye to no emu da ho fine and obi winning no akwa Jesus can how but I'm say chinchi mo bi say ba bi say mu nti no
first no ono te wa no te say papa we ye chairman me ri wo mo organizer enyina ti fi ba how come say ono ye chairman na ye mu bia nko ye wo mo organizer no no ne yire na say wo mo organizer adodo de ebe mu no nso so no aside primaries no de no wo wa so bibi kakra ba police station for wo meje o PC aba wo say ye we decide wo meje tiri pa to wa na dwene mu ha o to wa no episode to aba me ko say on o say
Brian na ye family ni e
so family TV so pa o ba we me ntu party ni pa ba me ntu
wakari nyina aka
Defia akura no baba wa nyina akwa afuomu e beto baba close answer be upa twen e close aba bo se be nyina fia be ma bia be ba papa woni ne yire ntie nto aba
ba woni say father the woman say o hwe asema general kan the woman no eye no craning says o hwe by elections ay call ye heading to the 3 by elections are Oba kwa koduro sa police station oda kwa ase north die na ya jusu kumewu father umbe solve party problem na wie in relation with police station about to na election crowd na kroma fo na kra unya akwan convince wom so meto aba unya akwan convince wom so I believe say we should get it right and I trust large Justin could you from Pon say Obama or the NIBC because sir here call rounds before elections you call various constituencies now internal issues
why just Jabi omu publishing say omu to about 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the time be out me banti 5 p.m. no more ya police station elections you close
here intigina fa
yeah point and to pabra number 2 tinye say ye the 1 hour ya to we ba ye ko into 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. there so be so go for ba kwa na ya obi so beti afro bi and I think it is
that's why also we no crowd there no ye wo mu ni say ebe ma the constituency no looks MPP that day
yeah
because obia obehia obi e wo kwa me kotuma
ba obetuma ba 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. and they
discussion be going on about the party hey what to aba that will was a bit close to 5 when me to be that alone and sense of belongingness and ownership
exactly
the party here to yaba e what to there bi kura be kwa obi obefro bi chale na me here to aba no wo to be
then that for to maba no
it helps but what why you say you 5 no ko now she feel power
na say on say the boy take can on say job there no the processes were fair and free and fair and no dey to abawie no say free and fair na
good boy my memory Shamaluta baso
da be do job there me enchia ne na o chama me papa chama Luta wi awie enchia obi a
na be start na
me starting free through ne enchia ono Francis so e chama papa bi
da be say job there e so ne Shamaluta on na party ne dia na MP Francis also chama na ya to aso
Chamaluta ya chao ba me te on ka Chamaluta
party ne yere dia wo dwabe
na so pa ne
na MP aba anya sanity
sisi ade on said the governor
the party to be MP dia constituency for the chairman
for the party there chairman there
dwabe nyina asem ne ka dia MP dia ne ka MVP dwabe dia chairman dia abo atebeboa
yancha Chamaluta be obi a chia no ofiri wa yancha na so pan ne to support organizer na yancha akosi buete no de minwa onu sa akosi buete bi na ko eso so dwabe ne ya dampa ba ko so
koto fufuo ni hwemu na mo kwa ma wodi wo twemu wa fi ai Ashanti achogogo
dale yancha
dwabe be tia
bodi na le sa
kwa me ka na edi ba ko no na
uni bi asre mene father nam ye
ya perform Ashanti achogogo
and no pen menya no so fast. Oh no, you got to fufu ayedi. I'm right here by ombo wudi na me refi guy name no. Come by refi. Omo say anybody here to akama. Na say hey, I'm right here na point am ko fuom. Ya ko fuom.
That include
Simi ko pe fufu kakra di.
Nah. Then Dr. Ashanti Regional Tour primaries. You do Konongo. Also sa restaurant to be your baby. That's why I did
I don't pay me so many women.
Come up, Johnson, Jamantrama Johnson. Almost I'm sure you have on the bench. I found this is 13 years and a pair on the Bamanian. You're different for me.
So now on the 6th of April, NPP UK branch, one French General Meeting face.
Hey, Father, somewhere
London chapter. Chairman Isaac.
By Chairman Apia Kubi Papa, the visionary chairman, the next branch meeting. Yeah. Chairman Apia Kubi Papa, ever be able to nipa. One or a visionary.
Oh, very.
Two, say branch, you know, almost 2 man no be branch chairman. Or the branch no be call the next level or more to shock them. Because one, you need a chairman who is resourceful. You need a chairman who is accommodating, who invites or do obiaba on board. And your chairman okay. Chairman sabi obu akwala obu peni obu obia obetie suggestions obetie views odimu nyina mbe kabo ma ye adwuma because na the premium branch
of course
and ese mutuma chairman Apia Kubi enya fe na chairman for calling na
deputy protocol letter
chairman father mami nkabi enya chairman na sabi the presidential candidate and win elections anu atiada elections you do anu aba betie citizen to abama no enya sa chairman bi ni epo chairman na ye to abawie and campaign so ye campaign waba Ghana sabi Dr. Baumia electoral basis here de baye o ko facilitating making sure sa aba enu na ye nipa so ye well connected on kotena ayanto anya chairman so asabe o kasa ho na num asem bon tantan dia da bi e pe chairman papa chairman me ma ndo so chairman Apia Kubi papa bi wa ndo so chairman Apia Kubi for ma ndo so no kasa mia na camera na
from Ghana tie
kasa no ma ndo chairman Apia Kubi papa bi chairman Apia Kubi o visionary Westland now the way out the show yes am for the training to us we hear the way Westland the wire ho
of course
who program or who pack o kan ya fe dey take it same bia da ho
Mama David Braba share the wire
ya dey never call ya David Bako
fantastic
David ya never call
ya fancy any sorry na sports for na ba omobai omba be che ni pa Darren Bent oye any asema Darren Bent aka say England the most prestigious trophy EPL enye Carabao enye FA Cup enye Champions League enye EPL Premiership no nti nei fancy ba Darren Bent asem no obechechem ni pa Darren Bent Darren Bent na ka asem no
Darren Bent na ka asem no Liverpool asem ne ka no tie trophy here in England EPL
Sure, London is a Liverpool match. And your factory could do East. Now, yeah, trouser for Liverpool. Yashi. Now, NDC's hidden agenda. Terrible power outages in Ashanti region aimed at collapsing Ashanti businesses. Now, the Ama, me run komo the admission of the energy minister last 3 days oba Asante Memu na oni yera bedi nkomo no gitum se ampa kan ya dumso de aba anwa ye de pa na Asante Mantam de edutwam ono energy minister no agitum minia penin Apia stadium se ono so abun kotodwe wo energy minister eni muka chanza wo sere no wada campaign wo ye ni mumuma wo twema John Dramani Mahama no wantwe se omuno no mfa dumso emeto Asante Manso ntido betima ye bia dumso no be kofom no onye na Apia stadium so abun kotodwe wo energy minister enim na arawosem se energy minister ekono o kan se load shedding timetable pa de maye na nwene ho because omomfa manne emfa machina na kanea dum so no omu ye dum betima ye se ebetwa chena se betwa na wotwe achi se betwa na wotwe mienu achi no eno so no wantumi ankyere ena obetoto mrade wa asantema mu ena wasa eja honom saa ena wokwa kanea dum so yi eno me nama na dweno na je say ya say half of asantemai and I say the greater Kumasi no is in darkness. Not just a seminar anodin, but I have known you. Say if it is about Santemai development, baby, the way and the show me when the Muyu Sumasing baby from say, but I'm fancy.
Fancy,
Mekai demonstration of where Motagi say NDC for the demonstration a Santemai Chefa demonstration.
Yes,
my good self, coming out from power, Teha, TK, Nana Kofi, Nana Poku Fre, Felix Ibrahim, on the organizer, Emma Kuya, Felix Ibrahim, ne. Shadrach Freeminum, ne just say, over the go, then I go to Canada. Over the go, now, Britain, then and IPP government. Now, if we say, I will say MPP can be with you.
Exactly.
You can't, I'm out for tagging say NDC. And then you got to buy Lucy. I'm out for some Puntu Juma. Part na mene ni amra me wa asantema mu no enti ena e mai lusu ye bi amoso ye mu bo e bu anka sa be from interchange nge wie da and you were still keeping on say wasantesem e de ofeni agro ma menna Maria hene ase na menchara no pay na edum hene menchiano na na du say yera wo fa se prekope deputy protocol Emmanuel Safo menchiano afi I for the baby ya omuso na ba ewu anu that time Pascal so jana kwatena you have great voice kuya Kenya asem kitu and assembly members omuso yemu opoma nom na ya redu na prempe power outages in Kenya dum so e wa santimemo kwamna
father mamin chair bium Kevin say men country was san chair bium was men country was chair and I'm saying chair dey muti say o say o san chair o kan 3 into the father say wa what say miensa anya ba ko miensa
Wednesday Tuesday
edi father ma yenchia yabedu asantema mu a yenchia mpenimfo a no msuku yasin mi yenchia otekoko so 240 biu nana nana no kasade a yede ebo emu ase wo anim yebafumu akosisi ebewu father okaya na ye wa asem a na ye ka say ye asantini first ansana even political party ansana even religion ebeba because nyakopon boy en ko betime decide say odi eko US and odi eko Israel but see me asante and I me asantini e me asantefo enti bibia ye asante development there we betime atag me say me tribalistic me tribal bigot I don't care as far as the main no is for asantema development there you can say whatever you want to say I don't care
boss of phenomenal can say me say when it comes to asantemani asantesemua the ethics of my profession doesn't come to play because I will be 101% biased.
And your father so want to say omojanum want to say omojanum enti there ebinum omo reading right up and omo ka wasem ne under the new patriotic party and aban crampo no you're organizing mammoth demonstration demanding for development for the region. Me guys that our regional minister was aliens. I was aliens. But I was a guy almost I seen a boy and Kenya is say things were baby ababedruno. Kenyama would have been better than it is now. Na minya the ema metre sakrate ni say ma observe power outages na ekoso no e na sabi bibi ekoso a esa otina kire na o ye what Bruni call critical reasoning e yes o hwa ade no on the surface so yes dum so cause we complain we yes it say of here I have been in various regions within the shortest time from January to Mako various regions yes dumso no Baba Ashanti region dumso na ekoso wa ha no intensive as compared to other regions father hwe me Accra baby am wo no yes dumso ibasu me mada light of mba go pe wo eno krampo edum no anajo 11 years on na homachefo enti ubedu krom ha na ebu abe 2 days kra na light kra wubi. So the question is, you ask yourself, so, okay, you say I'm for the training to us all, and now sabi any pebia no obi di bibi do and obi ye bibia eso heninchi. The fact say wo eyi ne nwoma egu ho no doesn't mean say enwoma foforo na aba no ama na asesento abaye kokokoko say wo na. And in the days na yetimi ba na ya ba ka kiro so wadwuma na yatum munko ya pamo mo se na twam se sia no ukoye sa amanfo beka se eyetan enti they will develop a strategy in fact wani maso by time wani beba so no na afawase, and that is what the NDC is doing. Because I say na Rollins was so hwe boachi mattress mo hwe apino soap hwe those days breweries wa hey
yeah
share Coca-Cola Mr. B.A. Mensa that time omunyina ni tobacco na no ye wa hai so omugu ni nyina, and it was NDC. But in the modern era he said even John Dramani Mahama emubetena so a yes o mo the capitation grant obi an hospital baako enye John Mahama mo na menim se program team pilot no mfie 9 yes ye pilot no. Yes, Obako hospital obi anim say o call hospital u ka onya fa insurance baby abeduru bi ayare akwa rank ya hwe no. Yes, e be year what we call the capitation then capitation grant in the hospital no. So yemfa ne say me okuma say enfifi aname wo anitimfi na me yare ese me kwa anitimfi chips compound we beduru kuma se kwa na me yare ese esa me kwa anitimfi won ye kokkohwe me wo ho. And killer eniema akoso no should let you know sasabe wo chisane ngoma njere o se wasesa wadane kokoko wadane preku still wo na. And do you hear how adum so na ekoso na hwe this is the ehadwe ebe weakening your local economy. And they say yemfa ne say movement we na unikani a odi ye adwuma the ezem bo yansem koto petrol tembia obeto petrol fuel consumption obe use amount of sika ebe komu a won we bedu baby krampo na djuma ro nya sika ntua we kesika and obe ya no so be lay binum off e do critical dey obe shut down because when business is not giving you profit you shut down ya ha no so no wa hwemu a yenua no ye worldafo omo so ame omo ye ka ho adwuma all these people depend on electricity ya ma me no ma wasafo a omo cold stores omo dey ye adwuma and they all depend on electricity. Imagine say you dum can here 2 days and nam na freeze say dem krampo a ebe di freeze ama nam na kosei say we are the obeya ne so obetu agu aboka. And where is the person going to get another income? So sand kwa kofa and now fish ne sand ababegu me fridge ma sama obi ababeto omo ya babadwuma omo pamade omo all the ene chese ekrom ha na ye wo no we virtually depend on electricity. You depend on electricity. And as such, so how intensive doom sonity o krom ha one emma productivity conform two emma amount for boka because I would be a store now say why your store provision store na wakofa ne ma ba begum na because of doom so ntimi freezy doom so nti drink a crazy in the pan but osimu actually do meto bo once expiring date account expiring date can product na ezo kokotugu. And this is what the NDC this time no one na yakunedi nyansa ho enya why no ba be gigigize me boss David T na makono maso no na me gigigi dabi enya sa this time one na cause me nyansa edi wani baba ho so no na unyuma omabunu no meanwhile ha cry factories no enya na do dan kwa akofo ado ne MPP na ba ya ene okoduru kono ho sie wo iron steel factory wo a ka ekonkrase kono ho dua se praso ne ne makofa amanfo mo mbe ya adwuma ukoduru ba bi ti se yemfa ne so office of cement factory e wo hui ukoduru tano so kasapreku ye wo hui se yemfa ne se doom so ne be intensive na so munya electricity in farm power o mo yi no produce more they will let people off ombe pam crofo ni be afra adwuma because sika na yeso odi tu akoto petrol na se petrol no so ba production yeso produce won't be produce sa
to you be redundant
and rather no instead say be ma adwuma na koso ama kromafo na enye sika no omo de sa niam we but weaken the say yen crofo no ho be kire wo mo omo ma bi omunyuma because of say sika man to ombe pam amanfo adwuma and this is the strategy NDC use and omo playing well because we betimi akwa other regions Zina David wa obetimi akato say no ho no dum so ho ba wontimi fa equate say dum so na gina Ashanti region the same dum so and our Bunu East the same dum so na Eastern the same dum so na Accra but we dum so na Ashanti region intensive me buy no me sim be 4 days e wa hafara light e nya akra nu 3 hours e wa bu akwaso do me bia me wo ye nu 3 hours just so press and I say apart from the economic you know so no we free ja we use the moment e be say abetis ka koto foforo no says can you could have used it for a training ubetini
GHP
yes
in the studio
I say
power fluctuations say
abashi oniema nyina ntezo free ju koto say TV koto foforo and when we na strategy NDC afa to weaken say okay Ashanti region the stronghold of MPP ono omunye omo resource no musika free nti say yes aniema no na manfo nyuma say then you weaken the party MPP no was our region no nti say bibiba na ye ka critically muma yenhye na ye hu say sebe wo nya fight we you know man gu on na kire say wasesa the fact say na ye Rollins PNDC Rollins na abaya Mahama nti wasesa because any pan across the with an appointment factor na hwehwem na hwehwe obi a background ubehu wa behu say typical proper santini pa udi any regional minister in chen typical proper santini pa bijina mo na uzenka obi di say chief inok o friend now who's a typical someone sapon utimu say yes these people are people whom you can easily associate
appointment was those
exactly
from
that time na near catch na na so appoint Ashanti for half caste for no when the half caste na brusu
Ashanti for the
half caste so no Ashanti for half caste and I unim
I don't know there
that time I near catch na na say the first you can Ashanti for half caste for the do o ma de ni mrefie ni enfili ade na 3 obey ya use as zubi na bomo boano
Mahama free
ono de nkra de eche because
because you appointed free zones CEO as a the one when you go to Ashanti who go tell me say Mary Wusi na you appointed one when from Ashanti who go tell me you appointed one when from Ashanti who say Kwame Zu who go from Ashanti the nonsense
they are not. That is the
is the real development to these people.
Exactly. She has already father here said your mama be the president 2012 to 2017 January no. All the question say the ministers are appointed you know. One and a typical like main ministers cabinet ministers one a typical center eche no go for better works and housing actually time I did ba ho no
for TG
mills
yeah.
Once a mills mad those people an appointment reflecting the voting in the 2012 elections mills my 3 top ministries energy finance maybe finance
education
they know attorney general
first before education
do the ministries no Muntaka Mohammed cabinet minister Ashanti and I didn't know who we are.
Ashanti.
There be slate in that who the who slate nana. We slate ni.
Now who when you cross Jane panel share CEOs, need deputy CEOs, director general's appointment a wire.
We slate ni.
You will be tempted to do tribal politics.
Exactly. Imagine say young fan say
Muhammad Kabiru. Enye Kabiru Adama enye Adama
security capozi appointed as correct
omu very very canny in a way that one way obete ejei mensa yeboa esiama donko and then to deceive you that maybe omufra santimemu ha dodona yes ara biakoye those areas on kwanta oti voter region hono no, and then you ask yourself say where are our very own
enti ade ane de wotena chire na uye din a friend is wow epian hade so one council oko council so oye tribal yom kan say big go through that David na tebrofo tribal big go through, but that's the truth baby. I didn't know say and why krona ni ankan emre bi bedru no I didn't it's eating us up and we have to all stand up ni nkasam fa won say the beya sabi appointments in your money cost any be con because imagine say be as amosa upon any appointment na chief no kamakunsia you can easily relate.
Yeah,
you can easily relate. But so if you are in club for bar, people will go closer to and then better there's all here there. But where your appointment now, my young who say the typical Ashantis are also there. And if you read,
and that is why it is very unfortunate that when our very own came, yeah in Ashanti region, fear and
exactly. Sometimes original minister was here aliens. David, me alien or MPP. Why nobody alien? Was here aliens? So many why nobody Dr. TK. And do TBI and
the second term, Nanado did all he could. One CEOs, one ministers from Ashanti. Almost could do one more. Woman de prepare
for my agenda.
And then this is where we are
today. Father, yeah, the American say Dumsona Kosono say Amari plant Bisia.
Yeah,
and your petrol can ambetogum.
Yes,
now they are power Kumasenia. That's the question is here Busayo.
Central regional plant
Bisia.
Eastern regional Bisia. Western regional Bisia. Western of Bisia. And then Ashanti regional Mary plant in the Sino. Yeah, Dumsano yet. Because they are refusing to buy fuel to power it.
And the reason being that that's all. As some now can be over fan say partisan politics, but we because constant when electricity and power now top petrol now generator
but when things became very intense. Yes, 2015-16. Even radio stations were closed at 10 p.m.
Exactly.
Chroma.
Because we just can't top petrol from power. And the agenda, the agenda is just to collapse Ashanti businesses. Finished. It's finished. The amount when you're poor because I'm gonna be to every resource I come MPP. I hear you. What they say they see was Ashanti North here. Explosion. Yeah, see what any part a die 30 as a bubu. You who be a piache. A bank call is a piate. Aban or was MPP aban ko community from ama edu almost dey akofa 5,000 e dey akoma omo zamonye yenu mawi na nadmu for baba na ono nadmu no dey na wo dey baba yidum yakofa 5,000
and then
without even
the tidal waves as one
region they have captured in budget. President Kwara other finance minister no say on make sure say on be chechire eho no omo dey omo nye boundary way just watch president nyabo finance minister dia loan kura be kwa kwaje ababe by do hane the regional minister kono na board na no from so efie bia enye say individual efie bia etifie na akwakoto say Ashanti sa typical Ashanti homes no we be ko bi o efie ba ko ni procurate we 50.
Oh yes,
now come on 5,000
na we na bantima efie ba ko and we people we say free kukumfo fie how bet me nyane pa 40 ho
exactly
na eja to ama about 30 houses
as you have fie bia
5,000 Ghana cedis and then you capture a tidal waves a voter region in your budget, your national budget.
See gurus can fan come omo now we see yanka ni enya de omo na even omo na omo pre promo nsabubu omo na ho atete omo a mutibi nanti biem omo lusu omo busuafo omo wuye 5,000 na be omo one esen kam hwem to the extent of damage I den akoso na mu the aban be ya be restore sankrofo nyina back to their dignity where they are omo because of a dear cause we omo nyuma say omo stores ahyehe I say now what is government going to do for them 5,000 Now 5 times that David and then no the man ban week be as of fashion now 5,000 David that's secretary na cement back where say father cement back where
about the cement
be a 120 the 5 times cement say na beto for calculate my for calculate 5 times beto cement say we are say Antonio Mumfreo and this is women as a mom who said these people don't have you at heart. Enti ya father
umpie nkoto aba manko
father uko Ashanti Achim Central kono no wona 2020 John Mahama nya 11,000 plus votes 2024 about 12,000 plus votes enti dipa mako over 12,000 to abama we have 5 times no atam dia koma omo na even baby I walk at that waves non votes na we free obama some of those read bokokrebu kwa na onya 6,000 7,000 pen or the parliament and they are winning but when we mount 12,000 what do you make no parking so with the money 5 na nad mungo na na dey na o enti ma ni na o
oya
mache
enia
akwaba
mejoso
what bat na say
afi na say to abari eni di kan ni o hey
only many material for him afọ nyina nhia
afi na mato ase ma mo official pa
akwabna senior frank do say match
me dey so say what try message say me mad diabolic for me no account
one of the strategies behind
kuya in fact you can say you can register no crown no or support or no or 2 or 4 and businessman for bo man ti mo mudi and no crown so say see body so
as mama krom hajo bi
krom hajo ananya na ka see amema no krom hajo na ya be ka wo bi ba on za father ya baba so na ya bo former minister Kwabnado for you also help
Kwabnado for you some on there
Fana Ashanti some ni agru party some on about good power no so boy
Dave
my
meet you
actually
my help
for actually official na